Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of TFG Radio. You have myself, Adam, as always, and almost as always, at least for the start of this year, we have Danny.
Hey.
And once again, just me and Danny. Tom is doing Tom things. John is doing officiating weddings, apparently. So
that's his new side gig, apparently. This economy. I mean, I get it.
Well, yeah, I know, right? He may have to get that tax exempt status as a as a religious organization.
We should really work on that with TFG Radio. We might as well. We've been doing this long enough. I feel like there's an opportunity that we're missing.
Which is funny enough. There is one or two former, homebrew churches in my area that are sitting empty right now.
Let's see.
So,
franchise opportunities available, guys.
Yeah,
just saying.
Just put up a Virgin Mary, put something in Spanish out there, we're good to go.
Yeah. Put up a picture of Sanguinius.
Yeah. Another picture of Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah.
Of Ewan McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I was just saying we can do it.
Oh my God. That'd be hilarious. It'd be a church, but only with 40K equivalents, or sci-fi or fantasy equivalents, so that look close enough that unless you really look at it or spot the difference. It's been pretty busy, especially if you're a Chaos Space Marine player. There's a lot going on since the last episode, so we'll just dive in. Huron Blackheart was shown at the previews, which we talked a little bit about. They've talked more about it, and actually this Saturday, at the time of this recording, is when the Maelstrom book is set for pre-orders. So, and the Maelstrom book includes a bunch of detachments. But before we get to that, actually we'll do that now. So it comes with I believe it's 6 detachments.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me just grab.
Isn't it Orcs Votan?
It's Orcs Votan. I think it's 2 Chaos Space Marine ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to say 2, but it might be 1. Eldari. So I don't know what the well, we'll go through them. And this causes for me, this causes a bit of a conundrum, because what Games Workshop did was they put the Warhammer article out, which they normally do.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, or roughly the same time, they put it out in the download section instead of waiting for the book to come out, which they didn't do with 500 Worlds.
Right.
So for the next 2 weeks, the question is it legal? It's before our cutoff, which is this Saturday.
Right.
And then I'll go through each one and see if it's, and the question is, do we okay part of it, or do we okay if it's all or nothing, or do we only allow certain parts? And I'll talk to the reasons why as we get to each detachment. But the first one I'll talk about is they added another Orc detachment, because Orc needs more detachments.
Of course.
It is called Freebooters Crew. Whoops, I passed it. There we go. I have to zoom in because I'm an old man. Start of the battle round, select one objective until the next start of the battle round. That objective bar is your loot objective. Infantry mounted walkers. They have sustained 1 if the model's units are within range or the target is in range of the objective. So they get sustained 1 if a unit is on, or an enemy unit is on an objective, basically, which isn't bad.
Right.
Because you need basically 6s to hit anyway for Orcs, so it's a bonus for hits. Enhancements. Once per battle round, at the start of any phase, you can select 1 friendly Orc unit that is battle shocked within 12 inches of the bearer It's for war boss only. They take D3 mortal wounds and they're no longer battle shock. I think that was an old rule. At least was it for?
Wasn't that boss pole? Wasn't that the old boss pole rule or something like that?
I feel like I think that was the old rule when they failed morale. They would just take mortal wounds, and they would be fine because it's not their the lore behind it was like the knob just like knocks a few heads to get them in line.
Yeah, it's the boss pole. That used to be like the upgrade.
Right, and that was only if they were. Was it more than 12? Or I'm thinking. No, that's when leadership was tied into how many models are in the unit, which is hilarious. Get spotter squig. It just ignores cover for orc models. Bionic workshop. Big Mech Pain Boy. Start of battle. Roll 1d3. The models in that unit either has bionic legs, which is add 2 to the movement, bionic arms, +1 strength, or bionic bonds, which is +1 weapon skill for melee weapons.
All right.
Well, it's not bad. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I would take any of those, depending on what the unit is. And Raz gets magic map, orc models only. It's a redeploy, basically.
Yeah. With orcs can be pretty fun.
Yeah, but I think depending on your the makeup of your army, that might be like hard to do, especially if you're doing a horde army.
But I mean, actually, that's kind of the advantage of like, you kind of set up a couple of big, like a big mob or something, and then put it into strategic reserve.
Right, because now you ignore. Because you ignore all the restrictions.
Yeah, so you just kind of mess with people thinking like, oh, they're gonna rush the center, or they're gonna do X, Y, and Z, and being like, nope, now you got to worry about these guys somewhere else.
Right. Stratagems, bash and stab. Each time a model in your unit makes an attack that targets an enemy unit within range of the loot objective. Oh, reroll wounds. That's not bad, actually.
Reroll wounds is good for orcs.
Yeah. Deck fraggers. I almost mispronounced that. I mean, it's more or less the same thing. To the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit targets an infantry with a ranged weapon, it has the blast ability.
That feels like that could be really excessive. Because
Ludas are heavy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get something that has a lot of shots of blast ability, that's actually pretty good.
Well, yeah, Ludas, flash gets, right? Like that can, if you're playing a larger, if you're playing an army with larger unit size, like that could be pretty actually nasty.
Grab and bash, which is the opposite of the other one we talked about. One orc unit from an army that is at range. At the start of your next command phase, the WOG is active for a unit, even if it already called one. This means that any abilities that are in effect while the WA is active for your armor will be in effect for your unit. Right. Okay.
They get a little mini WOG.
Right. What's the next one? Rolling. You go ahead and go with that one, Danny.
Shooting phase, one flash gift from your army that hasn't shot yet until the end of the phase. Ranged weapons equipped by models in unit have the anti-vehicle 4+ ability. So that's pretty good. Right, this gives them, kind of the old haywire rule.
That's only flash kits. Do flash kits have any special, like, might be detached, like any special, like, crit bonus if they wound on, if they get their critical hit?
I don't remember. I honestly don't remember the last time I've seen flash kits on the table.
Yeah, they haven't been. So, boarding rush, movement phase. It's basically a 6-inch advance move. Basically, it doesn't say advance. It just says you add 6 to the move characteristic.
They're just sustained 1. They're heavy sustained 1.
Oh, they are
flash kits, but they're damage 2. So
yeah.
Strength 6, like with the +4, suddenly you're converting a decent amount.
Right. So boarding rush is basically, your unit still counts as advancing. Okay.
Yeah.
When you're going to, it's just an auto 6, just like bikes or whatever. I've seen that in a couple places now. So that seems to be one of those things. If for those that don't know, GW likes to take certain rules at certain times of the year or the edition and just like apply it to everybody, give everybody
Yeah.
that rule. So it's hilarious, and annoying at the same time, because it makes like those unique armies that have a rule like that. If they're the only one, all of a sudden everybody has it. Crump and run after a unit falls back.
Let some reposition after
Yeah.
unit falls back from them.
Right. So if you're near a place where you can hide, it lets you hide because the only reason they're falling back is so they can shoot you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Not
orcs. It's not a bad detachment. Orcs aren't. I'm not gonna say they're not in a good place.
Right.
But you don't see them as much or you don't see them placing higher, or a lot of players playing them right now.
Right.
So, let's see what else is there. Astra Militarum. I'm just going to go through all the changes, whether it's a data sheet or. Looks like all they changed was they got rid of the reroll wound to 1 for Grizzled Veterans.
Grizzled Company.
Or Grizzled Company. I don't know how big of a deal that is. That might be a big deal because everyone was taking it.
I mean, yeah, math-wise, that made it like the best attachment just in terms of
because of volume
efficiency. Yeah,
right.
So I see why they did that, because that was that was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Votan, they gave them a Mercenary Oath Band. So this is the other new detachment. So this is the second one.
Yeah.
And they get Ruthless Investment. They do not have the Hostile Acquisition or Fortify abilities, take Fortify Takeover, except as described in this rule. Start of the battle, they have Hostile Acquisition. Units that have Hostile Acquisition,
Mm-hmm.
You can spend 3 yield points. If you do, your army loses the Hostile Acquisition ability and gain the Fortify take. What?
So you basically switch between the two. You can switch between the two rules.
I guess that's okay if you're not in the. Well, if you, because I know there's times where you want to stay in one, but because of situations that happen during the game, it switches because you don't have any. You have very little control in how it goes. You have some control, but not as much as probably you want in how you switch.
Right.
This gives you more control in order to be in a certain certain part of the detachment, whether it's fortify or hostile.
Right.
But you just have to spend 3 yield points. So I can see it. I don't know if I take it over the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Enhancements. Each time an enemy is destroyed, you get two yield points. It's not bad.
Yeah, metaphysical brokerage is pretty good.
Well, the metaphysical one where you get
the next one's really
at the end of your turn, your bear's on the battlefield. You gain fewer than you gain the amount of. That's hilarious.
So basically, you're always going to get 3 yield points,
right?
That can be pretty nice.
So if you take this and the mercenary prospector on another unit and they kill something, that's like 5 yield points in every turn.
No, so with metaphysical, it's
it's the difference, right?
It's the difference.
So if I get the 2. And then I get the extra 1.
You'll get 3.
So it's
if
3.
You got 0
it's
during
capped
your
at
turns.
3, right?
Yeah. If you have a shitty turn, you're still
okay.
3.
That's good for like early game.
Yeah, like the first turn where you're not really killing stuff, right? You're more positioning and things like that. You're still like, okay, we'll still racking up yield points.
Targeting implant. Each time I'm on this bears, you takes an attack. Reroll the hit roll.
Number 1.
You can spend 3 YP, 3 yield points. They're really stuck on that number 3. If you do until the end of page, each time I'm all, they get sustained 1, basically. Okay. I don't know if I'd spend 3 yield points to get sustained 1, but I guess it depends on the situation.
I mean, some of their units have just a lot of volume of fire, and then rerolling the hits of 1, and then with sustained hits 1 on top of that could be.
But depending how many yield points you have, I don't know if it's worth spending 3. Because if you're going to spend 3 to flip, whether you're hostile or fortified.
Yeah.
Anyway, so and then asset manipulator, spend 3 yield points.
Yeah.
To the end of turn, while any unit is within 3 inches of the bearer, subtract 1. Okay, so it reduces OC. Okay.
Yeah, it can be.
No minimum.
Can be useful.
It could come in clutch like towards the end, I think.
Yeah.
But it's at the start of the command phase. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well, that's
can't like
before you score. Before you
you
can
score.
score.
Yeah.
So that could actually be big because if someone like does something where they like try and steal your objective from you, and you're
Right.
like you're like, oh, I'll see you. You can be like, well, actually, because like Eldar is really annoying about shit like that, right? Like
Right.
it's like, well, here's this trash unit that's gonna I know we'll die, but I'm gonna deny your primary, deny you 5 or 10 points on your primary, and be like, actually, no.
Well, the problem is it says while the enemy unit is within 3 inches of the bearer, not the bearer's
Yeah, so you got
unit.
it. Oh yeah.
So if I'm on the edge of let's say I'm at the back end of the objective or the back end of the unit.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
that's
mean, well,
maybe.
it's not
You
ideal.
know what? I can see that. Well, that's in the command phase.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it says until the end of the turn. So if I'm bottom of turn, I could use it and then go on an objective and be within 3 inches and then take away
Yeah.
the
Right.
OC.
So, yeah.
It's a very end of if you're going second end of game.
Again,
But
I could see its usefulness because like messing with OC isn't super common.
right.
So, but I don't know if it's like actually like this makes this better than what you could do with dwarves.
Also depends how many points it is.
Yeah.
If it's a cheap point and you have like an extra like 15 points laying around, you can't really get anything else. Okay, sure. I'll put it on something that I can shoot forward at the very
Yeah.
end and maybe claim an objective for extra points to, especially like in a team format where you're
Mm-hmm.
scrambling for points no matter what. It might come in handy.
Yeah.
But so that's and then why don't you take us through the stratagems?
So there's auxiliary contract, shooting or fight phase, infantry or mounted only that haven't obviously fought. And this is pretty cool. Until end of phase, weapons equipped by the models in your unit have precision. So this could be
Oh,
great for just sniping out characters. That's
oh
pretty
yeah.
good, actually.
If only it was vehicles.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's why I think it's only infantry or mounted. But like the berserkers and their like their version of Terminators like can hit pretty hard and giving them precision can really be useful for killing out important characters.
Yeah.
And the bikes still pump out a ton of shots. So if you're going actually against something like Asher Militarum or something like that where they have squishier characters, you can really just kind of like start crippling their officers and things like that. So I think that was pretty good actually.
Yeah.
There's Privateer Arsenal, 1 CP, shooting phase, 1 infantry unit. Of course, guess what? Each time you use a stratagem, you can spend 3 guild points.
Yay.
Until the end of the phase, each time the model unit makes an attack, reroll a hit roll of 1, reroll a wounded roll of 1. If you spend guild points during use of the stratagem, you can reroll the hit roll and reroll a wound roll of 1 instead. So reroll 1s, or full reroll and reroll 1s of wound.
Sure. It's very wordy.
Yeah, especially because it's kind of stuck to infantry. Like again, that might be really useful if it was on, used on the big tanks or something.
Right.
But yeah, optimal expenditure, another 1 CP fight phase, infantry unit. Guess what? You can spend 3 yield points for this one. If you do, it's the exact same thing as Privateer Arsenal.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just in the fight phase. Which again, full reroll to hits and reroll wound of 1 can be cool. But I don't know. All right, New Horizons. End of your opponent's fight phase. That's interesting. 1 infantry unit from your army that's not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units, and 1 friendly transport that is able to embark within. Leagues of Voton units wholly within 6 transport, you can embark within it. So get back into the ship.
So they get the Harlequin.
Yeah. I mean, that's not terrible. I mean, obviously, elves have used that to a great effect for a long time.
Yeah.
So there's something there. Grand Artifice, your movement phase, just after a unit from your army falls back. Until the end of the turn, your unit is eligible to shoot and declare a charge in turn with the fell back. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Fall back and shoot or fall back and charge is actually really clutch for a lot of armies. So
Yeah, just ask
that's
any
good.
Ultramarine player.
Yep. And then finally, mobile exploitation. End of your opponent's fight phase, one Hernkin unit from your army that is not within engagement range of one or more enemy units. Alternatively, you can spend, this time, 2 yield points and target up to 2 Hernkin units from your army. Remove those units from the battlefield and place them in Street Reserve.
Yeah, that's uppy downy basically. It's actually
It's uppy downy. Yeah, it's a what is it? Fade Thirster.
yeah.
For up to 2 units if you have the yield points.
Yeah, so that's the Votan one. It seems okay.
I mean, there's some fun in here. I think you could make a fun list. I don't know if it would be a legitimately good list. But then again, I don't know Votan well enough to be able to say that with any real certainty.
Right.
But uppy downy's good. Get back into the boat is good. Fall back and charge is good. Mass precision on a unit, good. Like, that's all. Everything there is workable. It's just really, really reliant on the yield point thing.
Right. Yeah. So we'll look at Aldari next because this is actually a big one. So they added the Eldritch Raiders detachment, and that's the new one in the Maelstrom book. Uriel's own. Hold on, I gotta make it so old eyes can see without my face on the screen.
They added a lot of shit to this.
Yeah, it's a lot. It says each time your units are eligible to declare a charge, they get an advantage charge, basically. In addition, and Rathi, Rangers, or Shroud Runners units from your army advances, they can re-roll the advance roll. Dang, okay.
That's okay.
Veterans of the Void, each time you add an Rathi unit, it can be given up. Oh, yeah, that's right. It can be given an enhancement.
Yeah.
Which is, can be pretty clutch because they actually have 4 enhancements.
Yeah.
One is for Prince Uriel only. You spend a battle focus token. He can perform an agile maneuver on a 3+. You gain 1 battle focus token.
So basically, on a 3+, you don't spend a battle focus token to make them do the redeploy or the move or whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Man, I'm not gonna say these names. Whatever. Something assault.
Alcritius assault.
And Thrathi unit only. Melee weapons have the lance ability. That's not bad, especially for Strength 3 Eldar.
Yeah.
Exotic munitions, anti-monster 5+, and anti-vehicle 5+. Well, I mean, it's like dark packs, basically.
Yeah. You have to look at the volume of fire on
there's a lot of splinter rifles and splinter cannons then, if you're going to take that. Right. And hope you play against vehicles and monsters. Hope you play against Tyranids and like Iron Warriors or something. Adrenal infusions and Rathi infantry only. They can afford the fade back agile maneuver without spending a battle focus token. They can do so even if other units have done so in the same phase, and it doesn't prevent other units from performing the same agile. Okay, so you can basically use that agile maneuver twice.
Right.
As long as one of them's the Anrathi unit. Yeah. Raider spoils. Huh?
This is not bad.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it doesn't excite me.
It's very elven.
Of course. Raider spoils. Anrathi unit within engagement range. It's +1. It's +1 OC basically.
No, I mean, +1 OC can be fun again, especially for Eldar who are really good at putting cheap, shitty units on your stuff when you're not expecting it.
Well, that one they have to be. Yeah, that one they have to be within engagement range though. They have to survive the combat.
No, okay, that was fun.
That would be, again, when I see stuff like that, I think more end game stuff, like if you're going second and using this stuff. Yeah. And fingers crossed, hoping you survive the close combat, the clapback. No prey too big. And Rathi Rangers, Shroud Runners again. Each time it makes a attack, the unit characteristic, if the strength characteristic of that attack is less than the highest toughness, +1 to wound. Okay, that's not bad, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Ruthless Killers, Void Scarred, which is the kill team unit.
Mm-hmm.
Until the end of your phase, add 1 to the damage characteristic. That's actually not bad.
Yeah,
Because
this
now
+1 damage is pretty slick.
Now you have all of a sudden all these 2 damage splinter guns, splinter rifles. Impeding Fire, Ranger, Shroud Runner, Starfang, which is that new kit.
Oh, right.
Select one enemy excluding Titanic, visible and with 36 to the end of the phase. Each time an enemy unit declares a charge, subtract 2 from the charge. This is not cumulative with any other negative modifiers. Excuse me. Okay, it's not bad, I guess.
No, that could be good for like when is it? It's in your charge. That's actually really good for shutting off deep strike. Charging out deep strikers.
Oh, because then it becomes an
right,
11.
like when they're like, because now it becomes an 11. So even if they have like, oh, I have a +1 or I have a reroll or whatever, it's like, well, let's change the map on that.
If they're lucky, they may get it back down to 9.
Right. So like that's actually, I think, that's really good for stopping a very common tactic.
Right.
So I like that one actually a lot.
Uriel's example. Fight phase, just enter unit selected it after it selected its target. One Andari infantry unit from your army.
Except Wraiths.
And they get to they get to feel no pain. Yeah. Okay, sure.
Mm.
I think don't Guardians have a feel no pain if like somebody's with them?
I don't remember.
I could be thinking of an older edition. Withdraw and reinforce. Enter your opponent's fight phase. One Athrathi unit from the army is not within engagement range. They go in strategic reserves.
No, but most importantly,
if the unit's below strength, they return to destroyed models. So it's like, remember when Cultists had that rule?
Oh yeah, when they would just recycle.
Yeah, as long as you had one Cultist alive. I think Guard had that rule too.
Yeah.
Again, that was the thing they tended to give to a lot of units.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a little twist on that, or bringing back an old rule from our earlier edition. This detachment seems strong. I mean, not overpowering, but I can see people taking it and trying it out.
Yeah.
The other one is Corsair Coterie. That's what it is. So Eldar get 2, CSM get 2, then you have 1 Orc and 1 Votan.
Right.
So Eldritch Raiders.
So yeah, that's
the one we just read. That's Prince of Uriel's, and then Corsair Coterie, which is I think the one they showed in the. Yeah, this is the one that. I think this one's the much more fun one.
Yeah, this is the general.
Yeah.
Corsair.
Relentless Raiders. Basically, they booby trap an objective marker, and on a 2+, your enemy takes D3 mortal wounds, which I think is hilarious.
That's really funny.
Each time an enemy unit ends a move on that objective marker.
Yeah.
While it's under your control. That was a rule from another edition. I forget which.
Yeah, and what's really
Go ahead.
funny about this, I was just saying, what's really funny about this is depending on how you position your units that are controlling the objective, they could move onto it, take D3 mortal wounds, then charge onto you and take another D3 mortal wounds.
Oh, right, because it's each time. Oh my god.
So if you do your positioning right, you could just have a unit suddenly be like, oh my god, how did I lose 5 models?
Right. Oh, Jesus. It's hilarious.
It's really annoying.
And then Adrath units had Void Thieves. At the end of the phase, if they're in a control marker.
It just gives them sticky.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Sticky objectives.
And then they also get Veterans of the Void lets them take a enhancement.
Right.
A unit take an enhancement, which is really good.
Right.
Without needing a HQ choice.
Right. Enhancements or infamy.
Yeah, go ahead, Danny.
Yeah, I'm sure you're going to say.
Yeah.
Infamy, which is enemy unit is within 3 inches of this unit. Subtract 1 from the objective control characteristics to a minimum of 1. So again, a more OC denial. That's good.
But this one gives a minimum. The
other
Votan one didn't.
Yeah, which makes me think you can make something OC0, which is always better.
Oh, we know you can. I think they confirmed
Yeah.
that, but it's just weird. It's just funny that the Votan one they didn't give this, but with the Eldar they did.
Rare time dwarves come out with a win over the elves. Look at that.
Yeah.
Webway Pathstone. Models in this unit have deep strike ability. In addition, once per battle, at the end of your opponent's turn, if this unit is not within engagement range, it cannot be downy.
Very good.
So that's cool, just to give the unit deep strike and not be downy. Arch Raider, character unit only. Excuse me, at start of the battle, select one character model on the unit. That model has the following ability: Lord of Deceit Aura. Each time your opponent targets a unit from their army with a stratagem, if that unit is within 12 inches of this model, increase the use of that the cost of the stratagem by 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's fine-ish. And then Voidstone, infantry unit only. Models that have +5 ability.
Okay, that was not bad. They're all serviceable. There's nothing really. And
I mean, I really like Infamy. That's fun, and so is Webway Pathstone. Like, I think those are
those are probably the 2 out of the 4.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably just take all of them since you can just give them to units.
Yeah, I mean, 10th is like the addition of Uppy Downey, so it's like why not have more?
Yeah.
Let's see, stratagems, pirates do, fight phase, and then Eldari unit from your army. So again, not just Nappy. Until the end of the phase, each time a model unit makes an attack, we roll of 1. If the unit has the F rank keyword, then and you make an attack that targets an enemy within range of objective marker, you re-roll the wound instead. So again, re-roll wounds against things holding objectives, or just a flat re-roll wound of 1.
Yeah, and it's a army that is a pretty good shot, so that's a lot of rerolls, or could be a lot of rerolls depending on what.
Yeah, this isn't a fight phase, so
yeah.
Well, not as brutal, but still like
it depends.
Any reroll wounds is good. Like reroll wounds is still nowhere near as common as any kind of reroll hit, so that's really good. Into the Breach is your shooting phase. Just after a unit from an Anrathi unit from your army destroyed one or more enemy units, that Anrathi unit, after your unit has resolved all the shooting attacks, it can make a normal move of up to d6+1. Okay, so kind of like Fire and Fade.
Yeah, basically.
Which could be good if like, oh, I can't get on the objective, or like they'll kill me in melee. If I shoot them down, I can shoot the unit down and then move on to the objective.
Well, it also takes out a range like from a blood surge or something like that.
Right, yeah. Or just hide.
Yeah,
right.
There's that too.
Lethal Ruse. Your movement phase just after an Eldari unit falls back until the end of the turn. That unit is eligible to fire a charge, in which it fell back. If it's on Rathi, it also selected an enemy unit. Your unit was with engagement range at the start of the phase. Roll 66 for each foe plus that enemy unit suffers 1 melee wound.
Oof.
Fall back and do grenades. That's funny.
That and if you're on an objective.
Objective, yeah.
Oh my god.
It's really funny. Dude, this is just a troll army. So many people are going to play this just to troll people.
Yeah.
I want to play this just to troll people. Cloak and Shadow. Your opponent shooting phase, just after an enemy unit has selected its target. 1 Eldari unit from your army that is within range of an objective marker that you control and is selected as the target. 1 or more attacks. Effect until the end of the phase, models in your unit have a stealth ability, and your unit can only be selected as a target of range attack if the attacking models within 18 inches. No, not bad.
Right.
Yeah, the 18 inches, like I guess that stops you from getting sniped from across the board by something, but
it's the weaker version of basically lone op.
Yeah, I know, but they changed it. It used to be 12 and all that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, that's because thanks Nurgle. Because that was the Nurgle, the original Nurgle one in 9th edition was 12 inches.
Yeah. Outcast Ambush. Your shooting phase. 1 Rangers or Shroud Runners unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot. Until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by the models in your unit have Ignor's Cover and Rapid Fire 1 abilities, and until the end of the phase, improve the AP of these weapons by 1.
I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, a lot of shroud runners, like a full unit of shroud runners, puts out a decent amount of shots, right? Between like the little underguns and the rifles.
Yeah, I think it's more useful on the Rangers.
Well, yeah, because you just take 10 of them, right? You can take
Yeah,
10 in the squad.
Ignore Cover and Rapid Fire 1.
So yeah, I get an extra shot if you're danger close, and then the extra AP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean that can do something. Vengeful Sorrow. Your opponent shooting phase just after an enemy unit has shot. Target one Eldari infantry unit from your army. If one or more models in that unit were destroyed as a result of those attacks, and if the Eldari unit is neither battle shock nor within engagement range of one or more enemy units. Jesus, that's a lot of qualifiers. Effect. You can make a surge move. To do so, roll 1d6 and add 1 to the roll. Models in your unit move a number of inches up to the result, but must end that move as close as possible to the closest enemy unit, excluding the aircraft. When doing so, does not Blood Surge.
It's Blood Surge.
It gives some Blood Surge.
Yeah, they've been giving that to a few units also. So
no, stop, man. Making my world leaders not specialized.
Yeah. So out of the two, I'd probably play Corsair. Coterie. It just seems a lot more fun and useful. Sororitas, they added that they can embark on transports. Or no, that their ability can be used even if they're in a transport. That's what they added.
Yeah.
That's basically all they did for them. Space Marines, they changed the part under orbital assault force, suppressing fire stratagem, suppression strafing. It's only till the start of your next turn that enemy unit is suppressed. Because I think it wasn't defined before. And that's where they made the change. And the orbital assault is from the 500 Worlds campaign, because that's the one with, I think, I mean, we'll see if I see it, because people were talking about 3 hammerhead bunkers. So we'll see if that happens. But yeah, they just made that small change to it for one of the stratagems. Where is it at? Yeah, suppression strafing run.
Yeah.
And it's just a battle shock test with -1. And then you get, I think, the -1 to hit if they fail it. Yeah, because then the unit becomes suppressed. So that's Space Marines, Chaos Demons. So we had a lot of questions about Scintillating Legion.
Yeah.
And Infernal Puppeteer, the enhancement.
At least they clarified it.
Yeah, so in your shooting phase, the bearer can use this enhancement. If it does, at the end of the phase, you can select one other friendly visible. I think it was. It didn't say visible before.
Yeah,
siege model within 9 inches. Blah 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 blah. Designer note: when determining if a unit with the lone op ability can be selected as a target, the range is determined from the model of your choice in the selected unit. So it's not from the original model; it's the model that you choose that determines if lone op is in effect or not.
Yeah, that's a good clarification.
So I think we have to take that out of the NTL FAQ because we had to answer that question.
Yeah, that's pretty clear.
The other big one. Oh yeah. Like before we go, yeah. So this is chapter approved. The only changes in chapter approved was they updated the base size for for the new models.
Right.
Which they of course did not highlight in red.
Of course.
Same thing with the points. They updated the points, including Blackheart, which they did not update in red. So,
Why not?
and then so the last one is Chaos Space Marines, which is the last 2 detachments that come in the Maelstrom book, and so it is one of them is. Let me get to it.
Veron's Marauders.
Well, I'm getting to whichever one comes up first. It's not Renegade. Is it Renegade War? Oh yeah, it's Renegade Warband, which in my opinion is the better of the 2. Detachment roll slave to none, so you lose the dark pack abilities. You gain assault for all your weapons, all your ranged weapons. So it's similar to what's the name? What's that detachment? Renegade Raiders. So it's similar to that detachment. And then Vendetta is basically a poor man's Oath of Moment.
Yeah.
Because there's no +1 to wound.
Yep.
But I'll take reroll hits. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Twisted Doctrine. In the movement phase, you can, I think it says you can shoot and declare a charge if you fall back, and you can advance a charge. Which is really good. It's weird because each time you
have to take a battle shock.
You have to take a battle shock. You have to do it, which is okay, sure. Which it doesn't say. Just like dark packs, you just take the battle shock test. It doesn't say anything about passing or failing the battle shock test. As far as the way I read it, because you exclude the battle shock units before you choose the default.
Yeah, the way it's written, that's how it would work.
So you get it no matter. It's like dark packs. You get it no matter what.
Yeah.
You just take D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll take it. Thank you very much.
Right.
So you get to advance and charge or fall back and shoot. Enhancements, weaponize. I love the names. Weaponize hatred. It allows you to select a secondary target similar to Guilliman, right?
Guilliman. Yeah.
So which means you get all the edge cases that you do when you take Guilliman in your army. So now we get to double it.
Yep. Hey, but I selected him as my oath, and
he died, and he came back.
Do I get to reroll against the other
guy? Heretics, Eyes of the Hunter, ignore cover. So, fratricidal trophies. In the turn where you choose the default to doctrine, you can reroll the hit roll. Which
for Terminator model only.
Right, it's for Terminator, which means so you get the Vendetta, and then you get this enhancement, so you can basically do it to 2 units a turn if you wanted to. So you shoot at one, and then assault with the other one, with the reroll to hit, and then Empiric Symbiote, +1 to advance and charge, which is not bad.
Yeah, especially when you have advance and charge, right, on your army.
Right. Never outgunned. When Hector started, it's basically lethal or sustained. It's the only way to get it.
Okay, so dark packs.
It's a dark pack, but you're paying a CP instead of checking battle shot or checking a leadership check. Right. So instead of paying with mortal wounds, you're paying with CP. Renegade Claim. Is this sticky? Yeah. The objective remains under. Yeah. So this is a sticky objective. So if you use this and you also take cultist, you can sticky like a bunch of objectives in like the first and the subsequent turns. That is what, 2?
Yeah.
2 a turn, basically. Vengeful Destruction. Infantry and mounted. What is this one? This add 1 +1 to wound on your Vendetta target. So this gives you the +1 to wound. You have to pay for it though.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll pay 1 CP. Corrupted munitions. Selected shoot. AP +1 basically.
Seems good.
So nothing overpowering. Undying Hatred. Fight on death, essentially.
Always good.
Yeah,
Never a
on a
bad
four
thing.
4+, but
Still never a bad thing.
yeah. And then Reaver's reaction, you can make a normal move up to D6
After being shot at.
after being shot. Yeah. That seems like a normal reaction of when I get when someone gets shot at, not a
not specifically a Reaver's reaction, but rather just their normal.
Right.
Like, yeah, I mean,
the other one is like you mentioned, Huron's Marauders, which requires Huron for it to work. I'll let you read that one.
All right, so detachment rule, tyrannical motivation. In your command phase, select one of the following abilities. Until the start of your next command phase, each heretic Astartes infantry unit from your army has the ability. At the start of each phase, if the unit is visible to a friendly Huron Blackheart model, until the end of the phase, it has both of the following abilities. So Huron's Elite, each time model unit makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. Mobile Marauders, this unit is eligible to shoot and declare charge in a turn in which it fell back. And designer's note, if a unit is gaining eligibility to shoot and declare a charge in a turn which it fell back as a result of being visible to Huron Blackheart, but after making a fallback move and is no longer visible to Huron Blackheart, that unit will not be eligible to shoot in your shooting phase or charge phase. Okay, so you've gotta stay visible when you do that. That's a little restrictive.
Which I find hilarious.
Yeah. Although, honestly, the +1 to hit, just a flat +1 to hit is good. Right.
Right.
Mobile Marauders, situationally pretty good. All right, so enhancements, Voice of the Tyrant. Heretic Stars model only, excluding damned models. The Bears unit has both abilities from the tyrannical motivation. Okay, so you can just let one unit kind of
one unit will have both.
Yeah. Raid leader, again, not damned units. Each time the Bears unit is set up after disembarking from a transport that has made a normal move, the Bears unit is still eligible to declare a charge. That's pretty badass. Being able to get out of transport and charge.
Because it's basically like having the assault ramp ability on the Land Raider.
Yeah. But in a Rhino.
Yes.
Dread Reputation. So yeah, you don't have to spend the points for Land Raider. Dread Reputation, not damage. Each time the Bears unit is set up on the battlefield, each enemy unit within 6 inches of the Bears unit or within 12 of the Bears unit was set up using the Deep Strike ability and takes a battle shock test.
So that's really good for I don't think the problem is you can't attach a unit to Warp Talons.
Right.
Because Warp Talons with the uppy downy, that would be really good.
Yeah. I mean, but even just doing it with Raptors, right? Or, or a Terminator unit. Like, just drop in and be like, fuck you, Battle Shock. Everybody Battle Shock, let's go. And then Eager for Bloodshed, Heretic Sister. Only the Bear has the Infiltrator's ability.
Yeah, I'll have a squad of 10 infiltrating Terminators.
Yep, there you go. Have fun with that. So that's pretty good, actually. I like all of those enhancements. All of them have some move. I like it. Stratagems. Hardened Killers. Your command phase. 1 damned unit from your army. Effect. Select one of the following effects. Improve the ballistic skill of ranged weapons by 1. Improve the attack characteristics of rapid fire weapons equipped by the models unit by 1. Improve the save characteristic of models unit by 1. Until the start of your next turn, your unit has the benefit of that effect.
So that's a damned unit. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's making cultists better, which is like, okay.
I don't know if I'd raise the CP on that.
Yeah, they're cultists. I don't think they're supposed to be better. I think they're just supposed to be fair. Yeah, so that one's kind of good. Reaver's Flurry. 1 unit from your army that made a charge move this turn until the end of the phase, add 1 to the attack characteristics in melee weapons equipped by the model. So +1 attack when you charge. Not bad. Okay. Especially when you have an army of advancing and charging. At the Tyrant's command. Oh, God, speaking of that, so you infiltrate in 10 Terminator.
Yeah, you go first.
And you advance and charge, go first.
Yes.
Seems good.
Now I may have to try this one.
My kind of army, right there. This is my kind of fucking army.
I am getting that box set.
I'm sure you
That
are.
comes with Terminators.
Yeah. At the Tyrant's command, your movement phase, one Heritage Starting unit, except for monsters and vehicles. Until the end of the turn, your unit is eligible to shoot and declare a charging turn, which is advanced. Okay, so it's basically, did you not choose Huron, or did you not choose Mobile Marauders? Oh wait, sorry. No, we were thinking of the other one. Yeah, this is the advance in charge. This is what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking advance in charge from the other one.
Yeah, because this one they don't. Their weapons are not assault
charge.
weapons, and their weapons aren't assault weapons.
Yeah, this is shoot and fall back.
Right.
And should charge when fall back. But yeah, like Tyrant's command, so again, advance and charge, good. Especially again with the infiltrating Terminators. So still do it. Still in effect. To the favor of the spoils, when an opponent shooting phase just after an enemy has shot one Heritage Stars unit from your army that lost one or more wounds as a result of those attacks, your Blood Surge.
Yeah.
Blood Surge. That's what it is. Seize the prize. Your movement phase just after a Heritage Stars unit, excluding monsters and vehicles from your army, has been selected to advance. Auto 6 advance. Yeah. Okay. Which again is never bad. Like that can be very clutch, especially late game when you're like, oh my god, I need to get on this objective right now. Encircling Surge. End of your opponent's fight phase. One Heritage Stars unit, excluding monsters and vehicles from your army that is within 6 inches of one or more battlefield edges and not within engagement range of one or more enemy units. Remove that unit from the battlefield and place in strategic reserves. So.
There you go. That's what you spend the 1 CP to come back. Keep coming back to scare them.
Yeah, right. You just need to stay on the edge. You just need to get on the edges.
Yeah.
But that's pretty good. Yeah, because again, especially you do that to a unit that has deep strike.
Right.
It's basically like cool. I get to just redeploy. I get to come back wherever. So, yeah, there's fun. I think there's obviously a couple clear gimmick builds here, but that's fun.
Yeah, I think the Raiders one is stronger, but the Huron one is I think more fun, funsies.
Yeah, Huron's definitely more funsies, and you get to take Huron, which is fun. Although nothing stops you from taking Huron and running a war.
Right.
And having advancing charge is just good. Like just having everything have advancing charge is pretty dope.
Speaking of Huron's stats, move 6. T5, 3 up, 4 up, and he has a 5 up, feel no pain. 5 wounds. He's like a typical Chaos Lord, more or less.
Yeah. A little more resilient because he has the feel no pain.
Right. And then he, Lord of Badab, he gives models within 6 inches plus 1 OC. And Hamadra's Knowledge, once per battle round, when an enemy unit within 9 inches, if this model is not, they can move D3 plus 3.
Yeah, so a reactive move. Good.
That's not bad. And then he can go either with Chosen, Terminators, Legionnaires, Masters of the Hellstrom, which is his special unit,
right?
Or Red Corsair Raiders. I like the model. There have been comments of how the face looks like Wallace and Gromit, so
a little bit.
That's okay. Let's see how you look. Let's see how you look when you take a melta to the face.
That's true. I will say, as a melee beat stick, 6 attacks, hitting on 2, strength 8, AP -3, flat damage 3 is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I think Abaddon has that same stat with Drakion.
Yeah.
Except the strength 14, and I think it's 8 attacks. I can't remember now, but it's still not bad. The problem is the strength 8. Well, just don't throw them at vehicles. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of just cutting through like elite infantry and things like that.
Yeah, because that kills each Terminator and regular Custodian Guardians.
Right.
And then so even the range the Flamers, strength 6, only 1 damage, but strength 6 -1. So you're cutting through Guardman and Eldar. His goatee wearing anti-Titus unit.
Yeah.
It's really just like the special rules. It's not. I mean.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
There's a lot. I think he gets a CP. The medic gives him a CP. You can return one unit, or if a unit's below starting strength within 3 inches, you can get a CP back. So you can either return a model or get a CP.
That's not bad.
Fleet command.
Redeploy.
Yeah, it's a redeploy stratagem. And then plunder. You can select one visible enemy unit. It just does.
Do some mortal wounds.
Yeah, within 12.
Grenades.
And then, but the real thing is the axe, the corpse, not the corpse master. Is it Qatar Garrix, which is the executioner guy, right? Because he has the axe of ending, which is anti-character 2+ and precision.
Yeah, that's pretty good with 6 attacks.
6 attacks, 2, 6, 2, 2. It's not bad, but anti-character 2 is really good.
Yeah.
The rest of the stuff is whatever. Not too worried.
What is it?
The mind wrench.
Mind wrench is pretty funny.
It's only one attack,
but it has precision. And it's D6 plus 1
D6
damage.
plus 1.
So that's also really good.
Strength 6 minus 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I think it's those two things. The other stuff is kind of whatever.
I mean, you can make kind of like a very funny super unit, because this unit can join Red Corsair Raiders, Chosen Legionnaires, and Huron can still join them too.
Yeah, so you're adding six models to a unit. So you have a 16 unit model unit.
Yeah.
And the Red Corsair Raiders, I in my opinion, are just better chosen.
Let's see how many you can take 10 of those fuckers too.
Yeah, so it's move 6, T4, 3 up 3 wounds, 6 up 2 OC.
No, I'm saying like total wounds here is what? 30 plus 1, 2, 3,
30,
42, 45, and then Huron 50. Yeah, you can make a 50 wound model, 50 wound unit.
Well, unfortunately, there's stuff out there that can do all that. So
I know, but in power armor,
So trophy takers, if they kill a unit, after they destroy a unit, they get +1 OC for the rest of the battle.
Right.
While it's not battle shocked.
Yeah.
And just like
infiltrate,
they do have infiltrate. So if Huron goes with them, I can't remember right now. They gain the infiltrate. I thought it was, or the other way around. In any case, you're going to have more than one unit, so you're going to have one unit, and then you'll have infiltrating Terminators.
Wait. We got to look that up because
infiltrating
Huron has deep strike. So if Huron gives that rule to his unit. I forget how it works with characters and when they have special rules that transfer over.
I think I know the whole unit needs deep strike for it to be able to deep strikes.
Okay, yeah. Otherwise, it'd be hilarious to deep strike any giant unit.
But I think the same works for infiltrate.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure. I'm trying to see if he can
look it up.
Who can they? I'm trying to see who they can join again. See if they could have joined Terminators. I think that would have. See, Huron can join a Terminator squad, but his
buddies can't.
His buddies can't. Boo.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can still do a big unit of Red Corsairs on their own to infiltrate, then do the infiltrating Terminator unit.
Right. Perfect. Double the fun, double the pleasure. And just like every other Marine, they can take a bunch of Power Fists and Melta Guns. Like 2 per, and the champion can get a hand flamer. So it's not bad. The Reaver Captain, Power Maul's not bad. I mean, depending what you want. They're both, it's just an extra, less attacks, but more damage.
Right.
Everything else is the same. Well, except the Power Sword has sustained 1. So, Brutal Raider, he basically, in a charge unit, add 1 to the strength and add 1 to the AP. Raiders do.
To his unit. That's what's good.
Right. Oh, to the whole unit, yeah. Each time
Yeah,
that unit declares a charge that targets one or more units that are within range or one or more objective markers, you can reroll the charge roll.
yeah.
So, and then I think the basic weapon on the Raiders is also better because the Reaver's blade is strength 5 -1/1. I think it's what a chainsword basically.
Yeah. They're 4 attacks, so like they pump out a decent amount of pain.
So the captain's not bad.
I mean, the captain's really for mostly just going with the Raiders, right? With the Corsair Raiders and making them even stronger. And when you have advance in charge and all that kind of shit, like it's good.
Prince Uriel. Since we look at them, we'll look at the Eldar stuff.
Oh,
His
jump over.
weapons, his melee's actually pretty good. His Spirit Twilight is lance, 5 attacks, 2 7 -3/3.
That's good with the lance.
And he scouts 7.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, the weapons are whatever. I'm not worried about the weapons.
Yeah.
Piratical Hero gives sustained 1 to the unit.
And +1 to the hit roll.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, sustain 1 and +1 to hit roll for whatever unit he joins. It's pretty freaking cool.
Meaning Dire Avengers. I mean, after players have deployed their armies, he can redeploy, basically.
Yeah, kind of standard.
Yeah, and he can go with Corsair Voidweavers and Corsair Void Scarred.
Yeah, they're kind of limited.
I like the model.
Model's great, yeah.
I think I like him with the helmet.
Yeah, he looks a little more badass with the helmet for sure.
Plus, I don't like painting skin. You have anything else about Uriel?
No, he's fine. I mean, he basically makes one unit better.
Better,
right?
Yeah.
Like just the unit he joins just becomes better.
Karseth. Anti-infantry 2+ for his psychic power. And his ranged weapon, psychic weapon, is like whatever. It's just anti. They're all anti-infantry 2.
Blast, hazardous. North.
I know he gets all of it. He gets all the bells and whistles. I mean, D6 +2 attacks. I guess it's just volume of attacks. Really, it's only strength 3 though.
Well, it's but you're using it for the anti-infantry 2+. So
yeah. Well, yeah. The baseline's always Marines for anything.
Yeah. 8th Sense, any units cannot be set up within 12 of him. So he's got this Army Scrambler. Pretty good. He's also a Scout 7.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, okay.
In your shooting phase, Fury of the Voids. Like in your shooting phase, after this model unit has shots, like when you get hit by one or more attacks made, this model dreaded the Deep Void until the end of that turn. That unit is riven. Each time an Eldari model from your army makes an attack that targets a riven unit, add 1 to the strength characteristic with that in mind. Okay, so you can basically paint the target.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And have +1 strength to other shooting. But to any Eldari shooting.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And then he can go with Corsair Voidweavers, Corsair Void Scarred. The new Viper. I don't know how much it changed from the old Viper.
It's looking about the same. Stat wise, suppressed, it has a -1. You can always have that. Has Bright Lance, Missile Launcher, Scatter Laser, Shuriken Cannon, Star Cannon.
Bright Lance, Missile Launcher, Blast, Scatter Laser, sustains 1, Shuriken Cannon, lethal hits.
Yeah, well,
they made the Shuriken. They make the. Oh yeah, the scatter. Oh, they made the Scatter Laser sustained hits 2. Right now, it's only hits 1.
Oh, okay, so that's not bad. I mean, that's just gonna be decent on the fire.
Star Cannon, twin. They took out. Oh, there's no twin Shuriken Catapult anymore.
I'll equip the Shuriken Cannon, Bright Lance.
And then melee weapon is just Wraithbone Hull. Abilities. Deadly Demise 1, Battle Focus, and then Harassment Fire.
Which is -1 to hit.
Yeah, that's the same. So the big change, the only change really, is on the Scatter Laser. It becomes sustained hits 2 instead of 1.
Yeah. There's the Star Fangs.
Yeah, that's the new one. D3 shot
Corsair one.
looks okay.
Yeah, disintegrator cannon.
Scout 7.
Yeah,
That seems to be their thing. 7 seems like an odd number.
No, actually, I think move 7, right? Or like LO, like walk
Starter
7.
opponent, yeah. If it's shooting phase, unit can use this ability. If it does, select out infantry unit, visible and within 36. So any unit, the one unit has the stealth ability if they can see the vehicle.
Yeah, I can get stealth through area. That's not terrible.
Huh.
They have the smoke. Wow, Star Things have both the smoke and grenades keyword.
Huh.
So they can pop smoke and throw grenades.
That's really weird. The Vipers have it? No.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's really funny.
It is funny.
Yeah, I mean,
it seems fine. I guess if you want to give a unit stealth every turn.
I mean, that could help depending on what you're trying to protect. And
yeah, I don't know if I take it though.
Yeah, can, always workable.
I mean, they're fast. They can, just like with Eldar, everything's fast and annoying.
I mean, well, especially with Move 14, Scout 7.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
If you have them, you're always going to take your natural expansion and your aggressive expansion or center objective on turn 1.
Right.
Like you're just going to get there. So that can be pretty good for just setting things up.
The Corsair Skyweavers, toughness 3, 5. It's just normal Eldar with little wings.
Scout 7.
Scout 7. There you go. Anti strike. Raid and run into the fight phase. If the unit was eligible to fight and is not within engagement range, they can move D3+3. That's like the one CSM stratagem. Otherwise, it can fall back D3+3. So more Eldar shenanigans.
Yeah.
They have a lot of options for guns.
They do. It's a lot of shooting.
What is the? Oh my god! For every 5 models, up to 2. So up to 4.
You have 4 fusion guns if you're building them for
4 flamers, 4 blasters, or 1 of each. I guess if you want to do that, you can. You cannot select the same option more than once.
Oh,
they've done that before with the Eldar.
You cannot select the same option unless it contains 10 models, in which case you can select the same weapons more than twice. So you can rock 2 if you have 10, you can rock 2 blasters, 2 fusion guns.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
They did the same thing. Oh, I think it was an Eldar unit. I don't know if it was Guardians or something, where they limited how many they could take.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all the new stuff. All the new stuff coming out.
That's a lot of new stuff.
And apparently this is finally the year of chaos. Since they showed the new Chaos Lord for Iron Warriors.
Right.
Which looks pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
And the upgrade sprue.
Right.
They had the new. I sigh only because I remember what the originals were like. So I'm worried.
Mm-hmm.
But they have the new mutilators.
Hell yeah, baby!
Which they're a much better scope than the original ones.
Mm-hmm.
Some people think they're not monopose, but I don't know. I feel like they're monopose, but we'll see. Like how the current obliterators are just like 2 poses.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know what the rules are. We haven't seen the rules for them. I'm assuming they'll come out with that 3rd book, the Eye of Terror book, and they'll come out in an Iron Warriors box set.
But I wonder if they're going to be. They're not going to be damned units, right?
Why would they?
Mutilator. I don't know. Just
obliterators aren't. Oh, now I gotta look. Are they?
Because I don't
things. I don't know. But mutilators and of course there's advanced in charge.
Yeah. Let me see keywords. I'm looking at obliterators. No, for obliterators it just says Chaos Demon Obliterator. So it's probably going to be the same for the mutilators.
Okay.
Or maybe they are modular because some of the weapon options look different. Or maybe you can only change the hand weapons. I'm thinking, or maybe not. I don't know. In any case, I'll probably get them anyway. I remember there was that one box of mutilators that was in the old Game Empire store since they came, because they came out in 6th edition, and they removed them in 8th edition. I think was it 8th edition they got rid of them and Legends them.
Is it 8 or 9? Oh,
in any case, those mutilators sat on that shelf, that original box.
Oh God, yeah.
Forever until someone finally bought it out of the kindness of his heart. He didn't even need them. And then we also got a new Defiler.
Yeah, that looks sick, dude.
I know there's some people complaints about the heads, the God-specific heads. The only one I don't like is the Thousand Suns one. Looks like his headpiece is upside down. Corn with the baby horns. So this looks okay. I like the Death Guard head. It took me a while to come around to it, but I think I like it. It seems more tall than wide, but it looks like a huge base though. I like all the weapon options. It's almost like a Dorn, like a Chaos Space Marine Dorn tank with a shit ton of guns. So minimum is 2. I feel like you have to have 2, and you have to magnetize it.
Yeah,
you have to. But so that looks good. Who knows what else they're coming out with? But I'm excited for that. They talk about the custom character rules, I think we mentioned before, which is in the Maelstrom book. It's called Crucible of Champions. So I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it's only for narrative.
Yeah.
Because in previous versions of the custom vehicle, custom character, custom creature, back in, I think it was 4th edition, it was horrible. It wasn't very balanced. So when they come out, I have a look at them and see what but I doubt it's for. I'd be surprised if I mean, I guess you could run a tournament to allow it just to be wacky.
Right.
But yeah, they just talk about narrative crusade and raid and ruin campaigns. So I think it's just for that. But it'd be cool to run it something like that at a store, where everybody builds a character and then they fight each other, like a contest of champions. Yeah. Speaking of which, we have an event for King of the Colosseum in March. I think it's in March.
Really?
Yeah. So we're getting the mats from FLG, and we have the terrain, the Colosseum terrain. We have enough for 4 tables. So we put, I think a few people signed up. My brother signed up, so I have to teach him how to play. It's a really simple game. It's 500 points, no epic heroes, nothing tougher than T9, and you have to have at least 2 infantry units, and that's it. And you just hold objectives. We ran a couple of those King of the Colosseum events at LVO, and I think at SoCal, the last SoCal Open we had. I mean, it's very simple. It's not
right.
So it seems to be picking up steam because there's a couple stores here in the LA area that play it, and there seems to be some interest at our store.
So 500 points.
500 points.
At least 2 infantry units.
Right. Nothing more than T9, and no epic heroes. I know I know yours just going to be a carpet of bugs, but
right. It's like, well then.
Yeah.
one Euro Tyrant, or one Wing Prime, and
Oh my god.
all the bronze.
So in regards to the detachments, we're people have already asked if we're using it for Cherokee. We're still up in the air about it. We're still discussing it. So hopefully we'll know. Today's Thursday. I'm hoping to know by Friday, if not Saturday at the latest, because lists are due on Monday, and I'll put out a reminder where I'll talk about it and about the decision if we're going to play more rounds, because we're over 400 people registered, and last year we only had 300 people, so it's a lot more people than we had last year. So
Damn.
yeah, I'm getting a lot more. I'm looking at a lot of proxy and conversion requests. In all honesty, I think it's getting to the point where we may have to start becoming, or I may have to start becoming more strict about it, because I've been fairly lax in regards to proxies and and conversions, because I feel in my opinion, I just want people to play, and 9 times out of 10, the people that are asking this aren't strong players, so they're just there to have a good time, not necessarily to compete. So I've usually allowed it, but there's a few that have come through that I'm just like, oh man, this is really pushing it, and so I don't know if I'm going to have to be more strict. So that's a discussion we'll probably have while the tournament is going on. But again, the next one after this one, after Cherokee, is RMO, Rocky Mountain Open, and that's not till May. The weekend of my birthday, May 1st, so 2nd and 3rd.
Right.
So we have a while to like marinate about it, but in regards to how many rounds we're playing and if we're going to use these new detachments, even though the book is not out yet, we'll make a decision on that soon. So, and by soon I mean by like Friday, Saturday at the latest, because I know people have to turn in lists.
Yeah.
So. But the other big announcement, which was today, was World Champions of Warhammer moving to Barcelona. So no longer Atlanta. No longer Hotlanta. So winners will have to go to, or not have to, winners will travel to Barcelona to play in the World Champ. And GW had mentioned this, that eventually they wanted to move it to other places, or essentially around the world.
Not just keeping it in Atlanta.
Not just keep it in Atlanta or the U.S. So
I mean, it probably saved them a lot of money when you consider, how many people would have to fly in from Europe.
Right.
Right. So, there's just going to be less Americans flying to Europe to pay for than Europeans flying to America. I'm sure there's also the reality of politics of it, that there are European players who don't want to travel to the United States. Right?
Yeah, we had that last year. Excuse me.
Yeah.
For AOS and excuse me, on the AOS and the 40K side, where certain players would not travel to the U.S. because of the current policies in regards to immigration and I guess border security for international travel.
Yeah, I mean, I know a fair few of.
And some of them made it. Yeah, and some of them made it publicly known, and they even refused golden tickets because of it.
Yeah.
So that may have something to do with it. I don't know in terms of them moving it to outside the U.S. But I do know that they, even before all this, even before that, they had always planned to move it around and not keep it in one location. They just had a contract with the venue in Atlanta for X amount of years. So apparently the contract's up. So I don't know if they just did a 1-year contract with where they're having the Barcelona championship event, or if it's or if they're going to be there for several years. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so
it's a pretty big change, but
it is. But anyone that is a TO and part of the TO program, and anyone that traveled to the WCW knew this was going to happen eventually,
right?
Because they were not keeping it a secret that they want to make it a more global thing and have it move from place to place and not stay in one place.
No, I mean, golf tracks. I'm not in any way, like, I'm sure that this decision was made several years ago, right? In some capacity.
Yeah, I think
and,
that was like the plan from the beginning.
yeah.
And Atlanta was
And,
just because the American warehouse is in Memphis, Tennessee. It's
right.
not too far from Atlanta, so it's and Atlanta's a major hub,
Yeah.
so that made that decision easier
Yeah.
initially, just to get it
And,
off the ground.
right. And, I'm honestly probably operationally it's probably cheaper to run an event in terms of like the event space and things like that in Barcelona than it is in Atlanta at this point.
Probably.
And then, also probably in some ways cuts down on, like I said, travel expenses because, for players who are on mainland Europe, right, they can take the train in, right? You don't necessarily have to
Right.
get plane tickets.
Yeah.
Like, so you can be like, oh, you're in France, or you're in Switzerland, or you're in Belgium, or whatever. Like, how about just the train ticket?
Right. So I'm checking flights right now.
Right.
Actually, hear the clicking. That's me trying to get an example cost
Right.
of a flight to
Barcelona.
so round trip's about basically $1,000
From LA.
from LAX.
Yeah.
Now, if you're closer to the East Coast, it's probably a lot easier.
Yeah, it's going to go down. Yeah, if you're like flying out of
But
New York
that's the most expensive one, and there's other ones I see that are like right now, anyway, today. If you want to get there the night, it all depends on do you want a multiple stops, straight flight,
yeah.
the non-stop is like the most expensive one.
Well, yeah, it's like if you're willing to, you can travel internationally still pretty cheaply if you're really willing to deal with like a lot of layovers.
Yeah, like there's one for like $540,
yeah.
but there's a layover, and I'm looking at it. You get there the next day.
Yeah.
And the total travel time is 38 hours.
Yeah.
But that includes time changes. Yeah. So between Los Angeles and like the UK, it's like an 8-hour time difference.
So it's still 30 hours of traveling though.
Right.
Right. Like, yeah. But again, if you have a layover. If you're young,
I guess.
You can just deal with a lot. You don't have like kids or something like that.
So I was able to find a 18-hour flight for $630, but plus tax and everything will probably be closer to $700.
So not bad.
So, and flying to Atlanta's like what, 400? No, like I bought my ticket for Cherokee. It was like $400 or almost $500. Yeah. So it's not that much more expensive if you're willing to like layovers and So
yeah, well, I mean, there's also, I guess, specifically for Americans, there's the one problem could run into is that something like 30% of Americans, if not less, have a passport. So,
well, I mean, depending when you get your ticket, you should have plenty of time to get one. But like when I got mine 2-3 years ago, and it took a few months, like 2 or 3 months maybe. But typical wait time, I think, was a year at the time. But luckily, we got ours fairly quickly.
Yeah.
So it's in Barcelona this year. Battle for LA is in April of this year, April 11th and 12th at the store. And we got 2 golden tickets. So we'll see if...
Here's your chance to go to Barcelona.
An excuse to go to Barcelona. So we'll see if people go. Because if people don't go, it's very hard for you to get a ticket the next year. Right. Which I'm to be honest, I'm okay with it. With not getting a ticket, because I can just give out LVO tickets or whatever instead. It's fine. Right. Which for people from Southern California is probably more palatable than paying to go to Barcelona. Because I think as you get further east, the prices probably get cheaper and the flight time's a lot less.
Yeah.
So. So right now, and I just got the email, I think yesterday, that I got 2 golden tickets for Hammer Wrath in August.
nice.
So we have our tickets. And I haven't told Nick yet, and I know he doesn't listen to the show, but Battle for LA is already sold out at 40 players. So if you want to go to Battle for LA, just send me an email at TFG Radio podcast at gmail.com and put you on the wait list. It's really the earliest I think I've sold out, like 2 months before.
Yeah.
But we do still do drops and, people, wanting to, canceling their tickets or wanting a refund or whatever.
Right.
So, but currently we are sold out as of today. And I'll probably put a post up tomorrow about it. And so get on the wait list if you want to go and get a chance at a golden ticket and go see Barcelona.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it for tonight. I'll probably put out a reminder for Cherokee in the next day or two. So 2 quick episodes. Once I know once we get the details in regards to the rounds and whether we're going to allow the detachments or not, I'll get that out. But Danny, any words of wisdom for the peoples?
Your usual, play games, be nice to each other, and you can do that the best at
I'm the worst.
Games.
I always forget that. I always forget it. I'm partial owner of a store.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Like Danny said, thanks again for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that good stuff, whether it's on the podcast side or on the YouTube side. If you are in the Pasadena area or the greater LA area, come down to the store, 42 East Colorado Boulevard in Old Town Pasadena. Plenty of places to eat, plenty of places to drink, more importantly, for a lot of us.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And plenty of room to play, whether it's board games, Magic. Danny's actually there more for Magic than 40K.
I'm going to get next week. I'll probably go in to something that I don't, because I need to play more again.
I'm waiting until 11th edition.
Yeah, 11 for sure. I'm going to have to start
because the next preview is at Adepticon, and in previous editions, like especially for 9th and 10th, they announced it at Adepticon.
Yeah.
So
that's that track.
So I'm gonna wait till Adepticon to join the league again, because that gives me time to put Huron Blackheart and his raiders together. So I look forward to that. Get that big old box and get some Huron Blackheart and his gang together. Gang's back together, and his anti-Titus squad. The anti-Titus squad. The evil goatee Titus squad. I'm going to give them all goatees. Even the woman. But thank you, everybody, for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you see me at Cherokee, don't forget to say hi and how much you love the show. Or just me when you see me again, because I see a lot of the same people. And I'll see everybody at Cherokee. I'll put out that other video hopefully soon. Good night, and have a pleasant tomorrow.
Laters.